Good afternoon. I'm Christopher Kearns, Kearns, Superintendent of the Allegheny County Police. The County Manager, William McCain, and the Warden of the Allegheny County Jail, Orlando Harper, requested the investigatory assistance of the Allegheny County Police and its Jail Internal Affairs Division. This request was in regards to the declarations of 7 individuals that were provided by a reporter at the Pittsburgh City paper who sought comment from the jail on the allegations contained in them. If true, the allegations could have been the basis for disciplinary action up to and including termination, as well as potential criminal charges. Investigators interviewed 5 of the 6 men who remain in the facility, as well as 1 individual who has since been released from the facility. All interviews were voluntary. 1 person declined to be interviewed. During those interviews, 3 of the men indicated that they did not know or request to speak with Ms. Jacqueline Curran, the attorney who certified the statements. Instead, they were notified of a video attorney visit, but when they reported for it, found that Ms. Curran was the attorney who had requested it. One of the men believed he was talking with her about a possible lawsuit regarding a 2020 incident. Another reported that Ms. Curran said she was calling random people in the facility. Among the findings so far from the investigation, the interviewed individuals stated that someone wrote the declaration for him and that nothing listed in it happened to him personally, but there are incidents that he heard about. Advised that several of the individuals in the declaration were his explanation to the attorney of how things were handled, or how things are handled when she asked questions, but were not accusations or statements he made. Adamantly denied saying that CERT officers on a floor were intimidating or that he was scared. Indicated that they come onto the pod and then move on, and that his description of what they wear was in response to a question from Ms. Curran. Indicated that 2 of the items listed in the declaration were false, their age is wrong, and that they never been on the pod indicated in one of the items. And outright denied that they ever said some of the items in the declaration, while confirming others and asked what some statements even meant. Stated that what is in the declaration was him asking questions about how things work and why some things impact other pods rather than what was presented. Adamantly denied making any statement regarding CERT officers because he doesn't think they're a threat or intimidating. Added that Ms. Curran is the one who told him the officers have rubber bullets and showed him a picture of them in the video meeting. And clarified that outside recreation is optional and they are not forced to wear flip-flops, and indicated that if they choose to go outside, they wear whatever footwear they have. The investigation remains open. The Jail Internal Affairs Division is locating, preserving relevant video, and speaking with involved correctional staff, as well as any additional follow-up resulting from the investigation. When complete, the findings will be turned over to the County Manager and the Jail Administration.
Good afternoon. Jason Beesom, B-E-A-S-O-M, Chief Deputy Warden for Jail Operations. The Jail Administration is also looking into the allegations and reviewing actions by correctional employees to verify the reports and determine whether violations of policy were made. If officers did not follow the jail's policy, those staff will be subject to discipline up to and including termination on a parallel path. Among the findings so far are as follows. Maximum and minimum security individuals are not mixed on some pods, and classifications are reviewed every 60 days. Determinations are made not just on charges, but also on institutional conduct. In review of incidents on the 3 pods referenced in the declaration, there was only 1 incident going back to October 2021. Incidents such as an elevator not working, short staffing, or a shakedown have all occurred, and those do result in a lockdown of the facility for security reasons. However, once those issues are resolved, operations return to normal and recreation time is again offered. It was determined that opportunities for recreation time are not being communicated consistently on all pods. Leadership is developing a process that all correctional staff will be expected to follow, so all incarcerated individuals are aware of the opportunities. Recreation time is offered on split shifts for security reasons and to ensure physical distancing opportunities. Incarcerated individuals who ignore orders to return to their cells when time is over will be issued an infraction. Many of the reports of less than 4 hours of recreation have been due to isolation or quarantine restrictions due to COVID-19, on the advice of medical professionals. Leadership will work to ensure that the reasons for that are communicated to those on the pod. In other instances, records and video confirm that the incarcerated individuals have elected to cut short the recreation time or refused it. There has been no memo or other document to corrections officers regarding taking away recreation on Pod 8 Echo. Absent a court order indicating otherwise, all individuals in segregated housing can utilize communication devices until they are found guilty of an infraction. This inquiry also remains open as jail leadership seeks to identify involved individuals to determine what occurred based on the allegations. And we will review all incidents to determine if disciplinary action or a review of policy is appropriate. When complete, the findings will be turned over to the county manager's office.
Good afternoon. My name is Orlando Harper, and I'm the warden of the Allegheny County Jail. First of all, I would like to thank the County Police, Internal Affairs, and the jail leadership team for their quick response and attention to these allegations. For the past few days, we have dedicated a great deal of time and effort to investigate these claims, only to find that the men who made them say that some of this is not what they said, their statements were misrepresented, or that they were responding to questions and information provided by the attorney taking the statement. The ACJ, like so many organizations across the country, is dealing with COVID outbreaks. We have more cases among incarcerated individuals today than we did a few days ago. Our time and attention needs to be ensuring the safety of the individuals here and not chasing false claims. We take every allegation very seriously, investigate and take appropriate action, whether it involves an incarcerated individual or an employee. As an example of that, earlier today, an employee at the jail received a call from a family member of an incarcerated individual reporting that a correctional officer had assaulted the incarcerated individual. That information was immediately conveyed to jail leadership. The incarcerated individual was seen by medical. The correctional officer was immediately pulled from the pod. A preliminary investigation found that the allegation was founded. Pursuant to the union contract, the correctional officer had a preliminary hearing this afternoon, and following that, he was walked out of the building. He has been suspended pending termination following the completion of a full investigation. The investigation will be conducted by Internal Affairs, which would also make any recommendation regarding potential criminal charges. Again, we take every allegation very seriously, and we want to encourage those incarcerated in our facility to use the tools available to them to make reports directly to us so that we may fully investigate each incident as appropriate. As with that, we will be happy to take any questions.
At this time, we have not received any questions from the media. A detailed release will be issued shortly, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that arise from that. Thank you for joining us.